Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. For me, we're starting a new week, so we're doing the weekly check-in. Appreciate you joining me. And yes, we've had some pretty good, exciting stuff, and we are going to try and get you caught up and talk about a few things. So let's working towards being able to format things, standardize, have a routine set process for certain things. Makes it a lot easier to get my material out. So we're going to change up the format just a little bit. I was trying to do what happened last week, what's going on this weekend, and then what's going on next week. It's going to be more or less of what's happened and what's about to happen. And so we're going to change the format. You'll notice it'll be structured differently in the description. It'll be laid out in the description, so you'll see that. I usually put the information that I cover on the weekly check-ins in the description box. Make it a little easier for you to follow along or remember it. You don't have to watch the video several times unless you want to. I do like to try to be presentable. So, so what has happened so far? So, first off the bat, I want to say that the channel is growing. How awesome is that? That is awesome. So we have some new subscribers. You'll notice we are just shy of 100 subscribers. That's a big milestone for me. The channel is not here because I want to, publicize myself. It's literally, I just want to connect with folks and talk about something that I enjoy, and hopefully there'll be folks who want to hear it. And evidently there are. And so that's some great stuff. That's pretty exciting. So the channel is growing, and we're going to be having some more content. We're going to be growing with content as soon as I learn how to finalize it. My biggest thing is really learning how to use this editing software so that I can really get better at displaying, my presentation. And that's the big thing. So, yay! We're almost to 100 subscribers. Oh, that's a huge challenge. That's awesome, right? You'll also notice that I've changed the layout on the home screen. I want to be able to support the community and share with you guys the folks that I've met and promote other channels. So I've changed the format a little bit, and moving forward, we are going to have our featured channels. These are the channel references that we do on our weekly check-ins. We're going to add them to our homepage. You guys might as well just accept the fact that we're in this together because I keep saying we and our. Yes. I'm the CEO, and we are moving forward, not just as a company, but as a family. I don't know. Just bear with me. We've had a busy week. So yeah, channel layout, featured channels, and we're going to keep those channels on there until they at least get the most of you guys already know that the average channels that we reference are usually below 100 subscribers. And this is just a way to help them feel more comfortable, to help give them an audience, and just make them feel welcomed within the community. And so with that, it's my way of being able to try and contribute. And we're going to help advertise and broadcast these other channels. So feel free to peruse the home channel there. Check out those other featured channels out there. Give them a visit, give them a subscription, give them a like, and hit that bell so you can get some of the notifications. A lot of these pages, they started off no better than, no differently than I did. When I started off, I was extremely nervous, and I had to get past that anxiousness for real. I mean, it was really, really bad for me. I'm still going through a few of those changes. I had to learn how to relax and how to try and be me, and hopefully it's paying off. But you'll know I've had my challenges. Like last week, last week's weekly check-in, you noticed that I was going through my blue man. He was expecting me to start beating on drums or something, put on my little blue face. And, I had the blue face on already, didn't I? Learning how to use the lighting. I'm still having issues. I'm still getting, flashes in my glasses. Sorry about that. I'm working on the lighting. I'm working on my presentation. I'm working on the editing part, learning the software, getting my pages a little bit, my thumbnails a little bit more formatted, so a lot more appealing. Some of these I struggled with finding all different kinds of ways of doing thumbnails. But you see that the accent lighting I got in the back, I'm hey, this isn't a pro channel. I'm not here to act like I already know this. I'm not a production major or anything like that. I'm just here just to have fun and want to make sure that I have the best presentation as possible. So with the limited skills that I've got, we got past the blue man phase. No more. I look at that video. I don't know how many people do this. I do it. I go through and I look at my pages constantly. I'll edit stuff and I will go back and review. And a lot of times I find out that, I screwed that one up. Screwed the pooch on that one. and I see that video, and if you can't laugh at yourself, man, you taking life too serious. But I see that, and I'm just glowing like there's aliens over here on the side just waiting to take me off. It's like, hurry up and close out so we can. I don't know. Anyway. So the subscriptions, the page layout, and of course my editing skills. So we got 3 videos knocked out last week or this past week. So we got 2 Booktube tags. I'm gonna try and have Tag Tuesday. I'm trying to have some videos up regularly. So we will regularly have the Tag Tuesday and the weekly check-in Friday. If nothing else, those will be. So, yeah. And then the third video was the collection, the classics for children collection. Yes, my books here, my books. We started that. We're searching it. Now we're going to have a part 2. I got a couple of books in. We're going to have an unwrapping that's going to release on Monday. So be on the lookout for that. the Classics collection series. Yeah, collection series. I got a lot of good titles in there. Yeah. So the rip list. I don't even know if I should even mention the rip list. Oh my gosh, we're still here, baby. We're still here. I'm a little more than halfway through, but we're still reading. The Girl Who Owned the City graphic novel, Graceling graphic novel, and The People of Sparks novel. We're still reading that. We'll get that knocked out, and we'll get the book report. We'll get the book review up soon. And so that's the week. That's what happened, and what's going to happen is I've got book reviews, and I've started filming them, but I'm trying to, like I said, standardize the way that I do the format for my book reviews and other videos. So I'm in the process of editing templates so that when I do the recording, when it's time to actually produce the video, it's just cut and paste. Put the video in, put that editing in, because I want to do, my page is about, my presentation is about me, it's about my character and how I like to, my reading experience and sharing it with you guys, right? So the idea that I have in my head is what I'm working towards to try and put it on film. And I want to put some effort into it. I just want to just get up there. And there's a lot of channels are very successful with that. I read a book, here's the book, bam, 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 gone, move on, and then, 500 views, right? Yeah, I can really, I want to have fun in the production. I want to be able to go back and watch the video myself, because I do watch my own videos. I watch my own channel. Am I an egotistical maniac? No, I just double checking. I'm hoping, I'm enjoying, I'm learning. If you can't learn from yourself, that's also something else too. I've once heard someone say that if you can't learn from yourself, technically what they said is you can't be taught. Right? I can tell you a whole bunch of stuff and you might mimic things, but you might not learn, you might not understand it. You're just following. There's a difference between, in martial arts, I'm a martial arts instructor. There's a difference between completing memorized movements and being able to apply specific techniques in different environments. The same technique in a different environment. That's why it's called martial arts. There has to be a certain level of understanding in order for you to make the necessary adjustments to grow and mature. And if all you're doing is a bunch of memorized movements, you're not going to understand it. It might work, it might not. Same thing with life. If you're not able to evaluate yourself and learn from what you're doing and being able to admit, okay, maybe I could have done that a little bit better, then you're making it more difficult for you to be taught, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the content. What is this guy talking about? I thought this was a book channel. So I am working on that, trying to make sure that, I don't know what it is. Is it the coffee? I start to sniff. I don't sniffle all day. I don't have allergies. And it seems like I get on here and I start to record. And I apologize for that. That's so rude. That's something else I noticed when I go back and watch my videos. I didn't feel sick. I sure sounded. I don't have allergies either. But then again, I never had allergies. I found out that you can develop allergies with age. Isn't that crazy? That's terrible. I don't like that. but I definitely like that. So please be patient with me as I try to put this down. I know that I've got a backlog of videos that I want, but I want to do it a certain way because I do have a tendency, the way I want to do my book reviews, there are going to have some spoilers in it, and I don't want to spoil it for those who don't want spoilers. So I want to develop my videos so that I can let them know this is the part where, in case you don't want, you've got everything that you need, and now if you wanted to go ahead and leave, you can. And so just doing that and getting all the graphics, and you guys seeing that I have an avatar and I've got things that I would like to add, and not necessarily go a whole bunch of animations or whatnot like that, but just a couple of things to make my videos a little bit more entertaining. Not just me, because I'm fairly entertaining. I really am. I know. So that's with the book reviews and the layout and the formatting for the channel. We got more content coming. The collection series is coming. We will get back into doing the videos for the Bookish Texas for November. That's coming out next week. And the November rip list is coming out next week because I will have all these books from September's reading list is going to be done. And we'll be moving on to a new rip list next week. So this is the last week for us to have this title, and we're moving on to the next one. I got to turn that back to its original owner. And yes, the Booktube Tag videos, there's going to be a bunch of them. There's going to be a bunch of them. So anyway, so Bookish Texas, let's get into it. Let's start talking about some of the big things that's happening starting this weekend, going in through next week. The main special events that we've got coming up in Mayborn, Texas. We've got the Mayborn Literary Nonfiction Conference. That is this week. That is Friday and Saturday. That's today and tomorrow. Information on that is available if you just type in the Mayborn Literary Nonfiction Conference. It's once again, okay, that's why it's sponsored by UNT. It's going to be in Dallas. Yeah, in Dallas, Texas, today and tomorrow, celebrating the 20th anniversary. And then also in Dallas on Saturday, the Tulasoma Book Fair. That is going to be Saturday. Also Saturday in Houston, Tweens Read Book Festival. Tweens Read Book Festival. Fort Worth, yes, my town. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, the Cowtown Comic Con. And that is, that's probably going to be that's going to be big. It's going to be in, the Dickies Arena off of Montgomery. If you guys are into Comic Cons, man, those things are pretty cool. I've never gone, but I've got a friend of mine from high school. She gets into doing these types of festivals where you get dressed up for them, and it's all pretty cool. But if you're into comics, the Comic Con is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, in Fort Worth, Texas. Cowtown. Great time to get some good steak. This is steak season, if it's if it's such a thing. South Texas Book Festival is all week it's in McAllen, Texas. It's from Tuesday until Saturday, Tuesday through Saturday of next week. That is October 29th through November 2nd. the South Texas Book Festival. That thing is probably pretty huge, man. That's going to be all week. And okay, I'm about to say, pull up the site. I did say it was in McAllen, right? It's in McAllen, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of sponsors. It's an all-week festival. Wow. Sorry. I get to start going down the rabbit hole looking at all these links. still learning these this lighting. Yeah, okay, still learning the lighting thing for real. So those are the main events for this current week. And I think they do have a list of recurring events. These are events that are constantly going on the same time each month. And I just destroyed my list here. I am not figuring. Oh, okay, here we go. It's recurring story. Here we go. All right, so these are story times and book sightings. Lots of those. And if you're interested in some poetry slam and open mics, let me know. It's a crazy list. It's too much to go through, actually. But let's see here. Well, a lot of these are right here in the area. You got Grapevine, North Richland Hills, and Sashi, and Woodlands. You know, they got all kinds of things going on. These are story times. Grapevine every Saturday has a story time at 11:30, and then the Lark and Owl bookseller bookstore is Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. It's a Facebook Live story time. So that's pretty cool. You might want to look. Super Silly Story Time is the name of it. Super Silly Story Time. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., Facebook Live. Lark and Owl booksellers. They're the ones that's sponsoring that. You don't even have to go anywhere for that one. Bridgeport, Pflugerville, Longview. If you guys are around in East Texas, that's a young crowd. That's a baby crowd. Toddlers, infants. But so those are our events for this week, and that's Bookish Texas for the week. You can always go back and record the rewind the video to get the list of stuff, and then I'll try to remember to have the stuff inside the description. All right, so let's get into our weekly topic. This is interesting, right? If anybody saw the post, I didn't get any questions. So I have friends and family that gives me questions. I tell them about what the topic is, and they give me questions. So this week's topic is booktubers are people too. Right? So the summary behind that, the booktube community has been such a welcoming place to be, right? Took me a while. I didn't know this place was here. I've been on Goodreads, and I didn't know there was an author tube or a booktube or a book talk, or a place for people to fellowship to do this sort of thing. But I'm glad I found it. I found it, and now I'm here. And I'll be honest with you, with the way that the structure is normally done, I was extremely nervous. If you go back and look at any of my first videos, is that the same guy? Is that the same guy? I was very nervous, especially about opening up. I told you before, I have another channel. It's a poetry channel but I don't speak on it, and I don't show my face. And it's I don't know, putting myself out there was very very difficult for me. Um, but I always didn't always. Uh, what is it about interacting with the public? I prepare myself and expect the worst, and BookTube has been the exact opposite. I think I got one awkward comment on a video that I did, but it didn't go anywhere. I didn't reply to the guy, and he didn't heckle me at all. They just said something I just didn't understand, and was very easy to perceive it as a derogative. But one comment, I've been here 4 months, 5 months, 4 months. I started in June. June? Started in June. July, August, right? June, July, August is 3 months. August, September, 4. So yeah, I'm just this is we're going into my 5th month. We're ending my 5th month. Yeah. But it's nothing. It's nothing what I expected. It's very, very welcoming. It's very comfortable here. It's extremely cozy. Wonderful material, and even better folks. Even better folks. What's the first question? It's what has been the best part of joining the BookTube community? And I said just that: the community, the connection, and the communication. It's folks are really quick to at least try to give you the opportunity to connect and be friendly. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Being connected to folks and realizing that, it's okay to be out here. It's okay to be me, and there are other folks out here that share things, and it's okay to share stuff with folks that you don't know in order to get to know them. So, that's been the best part. I've grown a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with just getting up. It's really weird for me to say that too, because I'm a training manager. I'm an instructor, and it's what I do. But it's different when I have a planned out structure for the training class. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what's going to happen next. I know how to handle the heckler. I know how to control the class. I know how to do this and manage my classroom environment. That's something else. But coming up here and doing something that's more personable. I'm not out here trying to teach you guys about anything. I'm just out here letting you know that I read a book and I enjoy it, or I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy telling you that I didn't enjoy it, or something. And I'm out here trying to be vulnerable and expose myself to the possibilities, right? And it's been good. It's been good, right? I get a chance to express myself. I'm getting folks an opportunity to get to know me. I don't have much folks that are around me constantly throughout the day. I usually spend the majority of my day by myself. Even in, I don't know if you've ever heard the term being lonely in a crowd, but even when I'm around folks, I'm on an island, and I don't feel like that when I'm out here with you guys. So that's pretty cool. Question number 2: what have you noticed the most since you've been here? Oh. That everybody has their own thing going on. Booktubers are people too. They're human. And some of the things that I've been dealing with are similar to the things that y'all out there are dealing with. And what's really, really, really noticeable about it is when you start to talk and interact and communicate and post comments and get replies, and pay attention to more videos, you begin to see more and more of that individual coming out in their video. You're beginning to notice them and not just the subject matter. and they have their own unique way of being able to express what they've experienced, and in that, um, you can form a connection with them, and that has been the most prominent indication that I'm in the booktube community. It is a community. These are like neighbors who come outside and let you know, yeah, I got your dog. It went over the fence. Oh, hey, I just noticed that Jimmy went down that way. I went and got him. These are neighbors who get to know you. And then, hey, well, I'm done. I'm going to go back inside my house and close the door. Shut the blinds. It's a community. And I've noticed that it's okay to be it's okay to beat my neighbor. Question number 3. What has been some of the best advice and who has given it? So I'm going to run through these real quick, and then, of course, I'm going to, there's going to be some channel sharing because some of these questions were designed for me to, promote, reference, and expose y'all to my neighbors, the booktubers that are on my street. Yeah, I don't know. We're all in the same neighborhood, but the booktubers on my street, we're a little bit more closer. So that's basically what booktubers are people too. We're connected and we talk, and there are real people that have real lives past their channel. So let's start with Mark from Book Time with Elvis. His advice, he got me out here before he even knew who I was. Get started. Just do it, and just do it for you. Try not to impress. If you're just out here because you want to share what yourself and share your love, then for what you love, then do that. And don't do it fully dependent upon the reaction. Don't do it for that purpose, because you're going to attract the folks that are going to be attracted to you. And you're not going to do that if you don't get started. And so I was really nervous about that. This is a kind of like a mental health journey for me, opportunity for me to get out and expand my horizons a little bit. And I wouldn't have done it if I didn't get, because I want to be a perfectionist. I want to be the guy who's doing it right. I want to be the guy that's got the proper aesthetics and the proper presentation. And I don't want to get out here and make mistakes and then have somebody ridicule me. And so he was saying, don't be overly, give yourself room to grow and mature and learn. So, Mark, awesome. Get started. Just do it. Do it for you. Mark said that. And then MJ, don't be afraid to share a little bit about yourself. And these aren't things these are literally just coming out and just saying as part of their message. These are things that they're saying through their actions, through their behavior, through their advice, through their recommendations, right? MJ at Reading This Life, wonderful, wonderful community supporter. Great advice. She does some really good stuff. She's got a booktube training class coming up pretty soon. You guys should go over to her channel and check that thing out. That's coming up pretty soon. So her presentation, her presence tells you to not be afraid to share a little bit about yourself. You don't have to get crazy. You don't have to give us TMI, but if you want to connect, you're going to have to open up a little bit and show just a little bit of vulnerability. Just a little bit. Joe and Mary, big book buds, right? Have fun. Enjoy your experiences, right? I love those two. They are so creative. They're having so much fun. They remind me of, I think of them, and they always put the bloopers at the end of their videos, which is hilarious. But every time they do that, they make me think of Jackie Chan, because when I used to watch I watched Jackie Chan since I was younger, and when you get his videos, especially the ones that he made overseas, he always puts the bloopers at the end of the video. So if you watch the martial arts film, you would not know that he was so. This man's broken almost every bone in his body. But anyway, have fun and enjoy your experiences. Joe and Mary, please never stop doing what you do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I am also going to, now, Pete and I, we don't really talk a whole lot, but I watch so much of his videos, and he doesn't say this. He doesn't come out here and say, but his presentation is telling you that it's okay to be honest. Honesty is okay, because you're able to be honest, to be straightforward without being forward, right? He is not offensive in his presentation, but if he's not feeling a certain kind of way, if he's not feeling a certain book, he doesn't berate it, he doesn't belabor the point. He just comes out and says, you know what, I'm not digging it, I'm not feeling well, this heat's got me. That was the first one that got me. But Pete at Booklist Pete was one of my early subscriptions. I subscribed to his page early into my arriving to the Booktube community. So we are going to mention Pete from at Booklist Pete, and I think one of the things that's really great, he does get really great reviews, and I like his reviews, but I like mostly the fact that he is able to say, you know what, I didn't enjoy the book, but I did enjoy this part about the book. I don't enjoy this author, but I was able to read the book. This. He's honesty is okay, right? I'm not out here to be fake. I'm not out here to present myself a certain way, and Pete's helped me with that, right? Pete, I've got more I could go on, but we're gonna stick with just those because the video's a little long this time. So question number 4, there are 5 questions on here. Question number 4 is, who are your closest connections on Booktube and why? So there's no particular order, but let me just spit these names out real quick. Kevin Toll reads, Philip from A Poet Reads to Write, Albert, the conjugator, not the conjurer. Rachel from Bougie Nerd. And I apologize, but we communicate a lot. I don't know your name. At Literary Layer. Excellent reviews. Channel stays busy, and she communicates a lot. We have fun. I like talking back and forth with her. And then, of course, Joe and Mary. I don't know how they do it with the video production that they do, spitting out so many original book tags while doing all the creative filming. That is crazy. And I know that they've got a large subscribers list. And they communicate. They talk back. They answer. So I really want to get to the point where maybe I can retire and just focus in on doing this type of stuff and put more time into doing it. That'd be great. But Joe and Mary, goodness. You and Kevin, just so doggone busy. But why are these my closest connections? Is because these channels tend to initiate most of the contact with me in return. It's like I can't... we're just close. I don't know how we built the bond, Kevin and I, but I don't know. I just dig the guy. He's great. Kevin Toll reads. Go check his channel out. He's got plenty of content, spitting that content out for you. He's got so many good things going on. He's got a positive interaction with the community. You gotta check out his page. Philip He is just completely jovial. His passion for literature is amazing. I think sometimes he gets for me. I don't know. For me, he's exciting. He's excitable, and he's the you know when I was young and we knew that we were going to get sugar. We got antsy and we got all happy and we started bouncing even before we got the sugar, right? Candy, chocolate. We knew it was coming. We were already. And I think that literature is like that for Philip. The- let him, you know, let him know that you've got something going on with him with literature, and I just love the connection and the passion there. Uh, Albert is just straightforward. He's great. He stays in touch with me. I know he's busy with life, and yet he still has the ability to get on here and reply to my comments. And there'll be times where I would come back after having my busy life and have comments waiting for me from him. And they just they're just constantly in communication. So these are the folks that I speak with the most. Uh, and I missed Pat on here as well too. Pat from Book Chat with Pat. Uh, these guys were the very first ones that I really started interacting with, and these were the first channels that I started coming across. And we're just, I don't know, I have I feel like I got a connection with them, So that's what makes BookTube so grand, right? Uh, and let's say here. Question number 5 is which channels do you adore, appreciate, and admire most, and why? So I don't get a chance to communicate with these folks that much, but these are the channels that I tend to visit the most when I've got a little bit of downtime and I get out and I go about the community. And first on the list, of course, is Better Than Food. Cliff Sargent, this guy here, long list of videos. I don't know if you'll ever be able to catch up with his list of videos. He has a passion for literacy, right? He loves books, but he has a passion for wanting folks to do more reading. Get out there and put your head in a book and experience things, because there's so much that could be gained from reading. But one of the main reasons why I'm visiting his channel so much is because of his aesthetics and his presentation in his videos. I'm not really good. I got to sit there and read my comments, and I'm not very good at giving a book review. Cliff is outstanding with this. I don't know how he's able. I don't know if he practices his lines or what. But when I first started going out to a lot of his videos, he's got all these beach scenes. He's taking these photographs. He's got all these accent cutaways, and he's groomed. His presentation is good. Cliff puts a lot of effort into his videos, but it looks like it's just unproblematic for him, right? Who else? Book Buds, of course. Joe and Mary. Oh my gosh. I am constantly out there on that page because they've got so much going on. I think the banter that they have going on between each other. There's a couple of channels that I have that are based off of couples or twins or partners or friends. There's not a lot of them, but I've got a few of them. But the channel that stands out the most, Book Buds, and they are prominent in the community. But what I love most is being able to have that. So a lot of us, we're out here because we don't have anybody close by us that share the same passion in reading, that wants to hear about the story that we just read. And so what I like most about it is I get to live vicariously through Joe and Mary. because the banter and the connection that they have over books and what they do and being able to act out and do all the things, their channel is just an inspiration. And so I really do like that. Alana Estelle, excellently personable book reviews. I mean, when she does a book review, it's personable, but it's professional. And it's in depth. There's not a lot of folks that I like it, I like this, I don't like that, rate it, not rate it. But there's something about the way Alana does her book reports that feel a lot more connectable. And so I visit her page a lot to watch her book reviews. I share some of she reads some books that I don't read, but genres. But she reads quite a few. She has a long list of readable genres. So that's a great place. And then, of course, once again, another channel that I constantly visit, A Poet Reads to Write. Because Philip and Billy Blue, yes. I think that there are more, but I can't leave out. I think his name is Jay or James over at Faceless. Is that right? I apologize. I didn't write down then. But Faceless book reviews, your presentation, your scenery, your faith. Oh my gosh. I have to mention that too. So the link will be in the description so that you guys know that you've been spoken about and spoken of. And tagged in the video here, yes, but Philip, his passion, he actually says he stops. I like when he does book tags. He tends to put a little bit of a more personable spin on the book tag, and he has a tendency to actually share some of the versions of literature that he has concerning all of his answers. And that is great, but just being able to sit there and just pay attention to him while he's reading and while he's experiencing and talking about his books, his passion for literature is awesome. It's amazing. And once again, Faceless book reviews, guys. He's like me. I was a little besides myself about being in front of the camera. Well, he pulls it off. I've watched all these reviews and it says, yeah, these Faceless channels don't do this, they don't do well on that, don't do this, and he pulls it off. It's great. So I like to go out there because he picks these. I know Kevin, he goes out on the trail and he does his walk, but yes. The scenery that he gets when he does his reviews is awesome. And okay, that was it. Just 5 questions. We're going to go ahead and pull this video to a close. But before we do, we're going to add Danielle. She is our featured channel for the week. Danielle at Booked by Danielle. I got a chance to visit her page, and she's been out. She's come back. And she's got a few videos out, but her book reviews are enjoyable. I love her demeanor. I love her presentation. We guys go on out there, check out her channel, subscribe, hit the notifications button. She's going to be broadcasting. But also what I like about it too is she's very communicable. She will respond. So post some comments out there, talk to her, get to know her, make her feel welcome to the community. And that's going to do it for us for this week. And we are going to, oh my gosh, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to start getting into some more videos. But thank you for joining me. And everybody, as always, keep reading.